Hey guys, welcome back to another manhwa recap. We open in the Manhwa Imperial Palace kitchen, where the lowest-ranking cook, Lise Kruger, is prepping today's dish, fried flounder. Lise sighs, thinking it's such a waste to just fry this premium fish. She complains inside her head, Manhwa's food culture is so boring and plain. Even palace cuisine looks shabby, no fancy seasoning, not even salt, just grill, steam, or fry, super basic. When she first arrived, she had tons of ideas to make food tastier, but she's just a lowly kitchen helper, plus she almost got executed before, so she keeps quiet. Suddenly, she accidentally breaks a fancy plate and panics. If anyone notices, she's in big trouble. Her co-worker Marika bursts in, super excited. Big news! The head chef picked Lise to cook today's meal for the night. Turns out, the pasta Lise brought to the staff party blew everyone's mind, especially the head chef's. Lise is shocked. Isn't this a job for the sous chef? Marika explains. The sous chef ran away. He gave the whole night order food poisoning with bad egg sandwiches. Everyone collapse. Lise smirks. She already knows what to make. She asks Marika for the leftover eggs. Marika freaks out because of the poisoning drama, but Lise calmly separates whites and yolks, whips the whites until her arm hurts, and creates fluffy, amazing soufflé pancake. Marika tastes one with the soup and goes wow, it instantly calms the stomach. Lise explains, everyone's still recovering, so she made something light and gentle. Marika hugs her tight. Lise smiles, she's just happy people love her cooking. Then Marika sighs, if only Genotart's king was smarter. That nation was the best at food on the continent, but he got too greedy, broke the treaty, invaded Manhwa for more land, and got destroyed. Now good people like Lise have to hide their real identities. She hopes the remaining royals, the crown prince and youngest princess, get caught soon. Knights are still hunting them. Lise quickly cuts her off. Food's ready, gotta serve it hot. She rushes out alone with the cart. While pushing it, Lise thinks, phew, almost slipped up. She reminds herself to stay careful. Truth bomb. She's not Lise, she's actually Alina Jessender, the princess of fallen Genotart. The very royal Marika was talking about. How is she hiding? This isn't her first life. Genotart keeps falling, time keeps rewinding. Her cruel father always tried to sell her to the empire. No matter how far she ran, she always bumped into Manhwa's second prince, Maximilian. He hunted her down every single time, and then everything reset. After endless loops, she finally gave up trying to save her country alone. This time, she disguised as a refugee, pretended to be Marika's cousin, and sneaked into the palace kitchen. No one suspects a princess is hiding right under their nose. No more betrayal, no more bloody chases. This life she'll live quietly and cook delicious food. Lost in thought, she hears a noise and spots a little boy all alone. She warns him, it's dangerous here. He tries to eat a random flower. She snatches it away. You can't put weird stuff in your mouth, some things are poisonous. The boy shrugs. I don't care, I'm just hungry. He asks who she is. Lise freezes. Why does this kid look so familiar? The boy has messy hair, sharp eyes, workout clothes, and a thin body, nothing like someone you would expect to see inside the imperial palace, so Lise wonders where he came from. The boy notices her staring and tells her to stop. Lise quickly apologizes and says she did not mean to make him uncomfortable, but he coldly tells her that if she does not need anything she should get lost because he is about to eat. Lise panics and tries to stop him, explaining that the plant he picked is dangerous, but the boy replies that even if it is bad for him it will not hurt him too badly and tells her to leave again. Lise scolds him gently and asks if he would not rather eat something tasty instead, then she gives him a pancake. The boy eats happily, licking the plate clean. He thanks her and apologizes for getting angry early. Lise tells him it is fine because everyone has bad days. The boy says it is the most delicious bread he has ever eaten. He explains that the bread he usually eats is hard and green, then shows her a stone and says it looks just like that. Lise is shocked and asks who would ever give him food like that. The boy says it always hurts his stomach but there is nothing else to eat. Lise asks about his parents and where he lives, and when he points the way she is stunned to see what looks like an abandoned warehouse. A child living alone inside the imperial palace with no one to care for him. Lise asks if anyone is watching over him, but the boy says he can live fine by himself. She suggests they meet again tomorrow and explains that she is a chef working in the palace. Suddenly Knights call for her, asking if the meal is ready, so she rushes off but promises to see him again. As she leaves, the boy mutters that she did not even tell him her name and calls her a strange lady. Later Marika happily tells Lise that everyone loved her food and even the Knight Commander praised her and wants her to handle the meals from now on. Lise starts planning the next day's menu and secretly makes extra food for the boy, but Marika teases her for daydreaming. Then another maid walks in and coldly warns Lise not to get ahead of herself just because she filled in for one day, revealing herself as Tordi, the sous chef of the Imperial Palace Culinary Division. Tordi sneers and says Lise suddenly went quiet, asking if she hit a weak spot. She mocks her, saying a little praise made her arrogant and that she should not get carried away just because she filled in for one day. Lise calmly replies that Tordi should not be so angry, and since she is already here, why not taste the soup? Tordi snaps back, asking if Lise is giving her orders, but Marika steps in and says Tordi is the one acting arrogant, reminding her that she ran away because she did not want to work. Tordi quickly defends herself, saying she only went to do a task the head chef ordered. Marika and Lise say they are curious what kind of task that was, and suddenly the head chef appears behind Tordi, saying she is curious too, leaving Tordi frozen. The head chef scolds her for running away without taking responsibility and then trying to lie, and as punishment orders her to wash dishes for one whole week while dragging her away. Marika is happy because Tordi always bullies Lise, and Lise thanks Marika for standing up for her. Later Lise meets the small boy again. It is the second day she brings food to a stranger and she decides to get closer to him. She gives him pumpkin soup from today's menu. The boy is amazed by the bright color. Lise says it is tasty on its own but even better with bread. He tries it and says the pumpkin flavor is soft and sweet, calling her big sister and saying he wants to eat this again. He thanks her, and Lise asks why he keeps calling her big sister. He answers that it is because he does not know her name. Inside her heart she realizes the boy looks like the second prince of Merhawk, Markoon Million, the man who ended her past life, a child who grew up lonely and angry inside the palace and later fought fiercely just to be noticed by the emperor. She asks the boy his name and he says it is Rehart and asks for hers. She tells him her real name, Alina, thinking that she feels safe being honest with him. She then tells him to call her Lise in front of others, saying if people learn her real name she will not be able to stay here or make delicious food for him anymore. A few days later, Rehart waits and wonders why, even though Lise promised, she has not come back yet. In the kitchen Lise is assigned to, she is extremely busy. It is only her second day there after being transferred by the head chef's recommendation, and she quickly realizes she is completely disliked. The kitchen is chaotic and Tordi clearly hates her. Lise feels lost and wonders what she should do. Even worse, she has not seen Rehart since that day, even though she promised to meet him. She worries he might be waiting for her. And no matter what happens she decides she will go today because she promised to treat him to a meal. Lise suddenly sneezes and Marika appears, saying she came because she was worried, and adds that it is obvious Tordi is dumping all the work on Lise on purpose. Lise says she will be fine once she gets used to it, but Marika tells her she is too kind and says she will talk to the head chef because she cannot stand watching this anymore, telling Lise to go back to her room and rest. Lise refuses at first, but Marika starts helping her anyway. And Lise feels thankful inside, thinking Marika might be right since she has been overworking for days, but she still cannot rest yet because she has work to finish and a promise to keep with the child, and at that moment she collapses to the floor. Later that night Lise wakes up in her room with a towel on her head. She panics thinking she caused trouble for everyone. Then she hears her name being called from the window. The window opens and she sees a bird calling her name and saying it is hungry. Lise is shocked and wonders if the bird can really talk. She holds it and thinks a bird speaking human words means she might be in a very bad condition. But the bird keeps saying it was waiting and is hungry, and Lise suddenly realizes it might be Rehart. The bird then flies away saying he missed her and was worried. Lise is still confused when she hears a voice from behind a tree, and it is human Rehart complaining that the bird had to say something unnecessary, leaving Lise stunned as she wonders how he managed to get all the way to her room. Lise rushes outside and sees Rehart. She quickly asks what is going on and how he managed to come here at this hour. She worries that even inside the royal palace something bad could happen, telling him he is still a child and needs to be more careful. She scolds him gently and says they should add no wandering around at night to their list of promises. Rehart complains that he is the only one getting scolded and says Lise never kept her promise either. Lise apologizes honestly, saying she really wanted to bring him food, but after that day the kitchen became extremely busy and she did not even have the courage to face him. Rehat says he will forgive her this time, but in return she must make him something even tastier next time. Lise thanks him and happily agrees. Just then the same bird sits on Rehat's shoulder and keeps saying it missed Lise. Rehat calls the bird teal and scolds it for talking too much, saying he has not fully forgiven her yet and telling Lise not to misunderstand because the bird is not him. Lise laughs and says she has something to ask, wondering in her heart why a bird can speak human words and why Rehat acts like it is normal, but she stops overthinking since things are settled. She then tells him it is very late and asks if he should head back. Rehat replies that he was planning to anyway and that he often takes evening walks like this. Lise thinks he came from far away yet pretends it is nothing. Rehat warns her that from now on she must keep her promises or he will truly be upset next time. Lise calls his name and gently wraps her scarf around him, saying the night air is cold and thanking him for coming, promising to see him again soon. The next afternoon Lise sits in the garden thinking she prepared everything perfectly today, but suddenly realizes they never set a meeting time. Even though she was let off early, if she does not see Rehat then all her effort will be wasted despite bringing something very delicious, so she decides to go find him herself no matter where he is. She reaches the place where Rehat lives and is shocked. The building looks like it could fall apart at any moment. It is dark, damp, and sunlight barely reaches inside. She wonders how anyone could live here, especially since it is right behind the prince and princess palaces. Such a strange and unpleasant place hidden between royal residences feels suspicious, and suddenly someone appears behind her holding a weapon, questioning who she is and what business she has here, warning her that this is not a place people can enter freely and that she should speak carefully. Asking why she came to this palace, Lise nervously stutters that she only came to see Rehat, realizing she has walked straight into a very dangerous situation. Please subscribe, like and comment for part 2 and more recap stories. I hope you enjoyed watching. See you soon.